and welcome everyone. This is a new podcast episode, and we're so happy to be back. And today we're going to talk about the 5D and how do you actually know that you're going into the 5D? Because obviously, as you all know, the world is splitting, and we decide if we go into or stay into 3D or moving along with 5D. But I have received lots of questions, or we have received lots of questions, and we want to channel for you, answer these questions for you, and that's why we're here. So welcome back, and we're super excited to channel for you.
Definitely. And yes, what a lovely thing to talk about. What a lovely topic. And it is very much, I think, in people's minds because I don't know about anybody else, but throughout each and every day, I think we're in a scenario of feeling either we're up here and we're all bright and expansive, or we're down here and we feel like we're in the 3D. So
Yeah.
let's just look at the question, which is how do we know we're in 5D and not stuck in the 3D? That was the question that was put forward for us.
Mhm.
So just let's feel into that for you. So basically, what I'm being told is the 3D, as we know, is the dense energy. So obviously, to be in 3D, you're going to feel that dense energy. Anybody that's following us, anybody that's going to be listening to this, even if you don't really know the terminology of 3D and 5D, you'll know about feelings of things. You'll know whether you're living a life that is in chaos,
Mhm.
drama, fear based. So if most of your daily life is lived in those scenarios, then to me, I would say that is third dimensional energy. It's a dense energy. It makes us feel yuck. It's almost like having a drink and the next day you're living your day with a hangover and everything feels irritating and all you want to do is go and lie in bed till it wears off, and that is the scenario. So you've got that scenario, you've got that feeling, and maybe you're somebody that goes out in the world and feels that emotion, and you might feel it in others, the chaos, you might feel their anxiety. So that's how I would say you would understand and feel and pick up on that dense energy. So then you've got like what they call the 4D, which is what they class as the bridge going from the 3D to the 5D. So sometimes they talk about being on the bridge as you're crossing. And the way I've kind of understood my path is a walking over the bridge. But it's not as simple as suddenly you're going to get on the bridge and trot over and there you go, oh, I'm in the
Mhm.
5D. It's as though there are scenarios where you get onto the bridge and then something comes up in life and
Yeah.
pulls you back. I
Mhm.
think you'll agree with that, Tatiana.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
and this is where our awareness comes into play, or this is where the more we work on ourselves, we start to see from different perspectives what's taking place around us. So let's take, for instance, what's going on in the outside world at the moment, which is utter chaos,
Hmm.
fear-based,
Yeah.
the warring, the famine, and this has been taking place for years in different scenarios, different countries, different situations. But if you put the news on every day, you listen to the news two or three times a day, and you're directing your attention, your energy to that, yes, you will start to see that and feel that as though that is, your life. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's what if that happens over here? What about them poor people? And I'm not saying that those things aren't taking place within that world, but it's what is it doing to you to have
Mhm.
your attention on that? So it's almost like starting to say, well, that makes me feel really uncomfortable. So I need to step back. So I'm bringing my energy back to myself. So in a way, you've gone in the 3D world, feeling that energy. I'm pulling back, become heart-centered, take some deep breaths, connect with yourself. It's like you're stepping onto the bridge. You're coming away from it. You're stepping onto the bridge. And the more you do that, the more you will stay on that bridge. But then the more you do it, the more you start to see a change or a shift in how you see the world, because the more you breathe into that heart space and you become more heart centered, the more peace you find. And the peace that you find within here starts to emanate out, and you start to see more the peace, or you see more the lifted, what I call the lifted, the lit up elements of the world. You know, the going out and
Yeah.
somebody says something nice to you. Oh, your hair looks nice. Oh, how are you today? Oh, let me
Mm,
pick that up for you. And you think, oh, isn't that lovely? You're taking the time, you're coming back to yourself, you're having the time to be aware of those little, what I call magic gifts in the world.
mhm.
Whereas when we're in the 3D and we're worrying, those things are still taking place. We're not taking notice of them. We're
Yeah.
not seeing them for what they are. So we need to come from the 3D. We need to come out of that by connecting back with ourselves, with our heart space. And then in doing that, it's almost like more light. We're becoming more expansive. The light's growing and going down another path, so to speak. Then obviously you've got things within yourself that need healing. But the
Mhm.
more time you spend working in this space, being you in this
Yeah.
moment, that's when you're going from the 3D across the 4D bridge into the 5D. The more you start to enter into the 5D, the more your perception changes of life. Life becomes more uplifted,
Mhm.
possibilities change. You start to have, I always remember having this feeling of like excited anticipation,
Yeah.
and having moments where when I actually meditated, I could feel the glow within myself and see it because intuitively I see things. So I could see the glow within myself. And as that glow grew and expanded, it would lift my energy and lift my vibration, which is
Yeah.
another way of kind of carrying me over to the 5D, to the lighter energy, to the higher vibration. And once we're in that higher vibration, yes, you still have elements of times or moments of time when you can be pulled back, but you've got the capacity now, you've got the knowing to
Mhm.
look at that scenario of what's taking place and think, do I want to go back into that? What do I do now? And I'm not saying you don't, because sometimes we revisit these things because it's wounding that needs to be looked at. It
Yeah.
might be that you just need to feel that denseness for a moment, for a day, to allow something to be shifted within us, because we're
Mhm.
also healing a lot of wounds and we need to clear a lot of negative energy. And for some of us, part of our work is that works through us. That's how we release it, that's how we
Mhm.
shift it. But to me, it's all about your vibration. It's all
Yeah.
about how you feel on an energetic level. That is how you will know whether you're in 3D, 4D, or 5D. The
Yeah.
more you get into that, the more time almost you'll decide that you're in the 5D. I don't
Exactly.
feel for myself that I'm fully there. I do feel I get pulled back, but I do think
Yeah.
my work personally is to do with clearing a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, sometimes things come up, people will leave your world, and you need to go with the flow, let it happen, because obviously the 5D, that's where you want to be. And I feel that we're all in it, but sometimes we're dripping in and out, like Lisa said. And I'm working on my frequency at the moment with one of my friends, and we can see the difference from day one. It shifted completely because things fell apart for me, and I was working with someone, and that person didn't want to pay me, but I did the frequency work and I got the payment exactly when I decided I get it. So that worked. And that's for me, that's the 5D energy that we also align with our frequency. So, like Lisa said, I love this when I say, let's elevate your frequency. Is like golden light, let it go into your heart, feel from there. And I had this exciting feeling as well that you explained, and it's sort of like things are done and manifesting becomes so easy. Still, you can go into 3D, into 5D, and it's like back and forth, which will strengthen your frequency and will help you to hold more so that you can do fully go over the bridge and stay in the 5D. Um, I don't get any timeline here. I feel it's happening for all of us. Maybe you're more tired. Maybe you eat crappy food more often, or you crave more food that you think What? That's I never liked it. Why? Like a pregnant woman, you're birthing something new even when you're not pregnant. That's how it feels to me. And allow yourself to go with it because you're not going to you don't need to stay in the frequency, like not in this toxic state of mind. Oh, I have to be positive all the time. Go with the flow, allow yourself to feel all the emotions, like you said before, Lisa. And I think that is building the biggest and best foundation you can ever build for yourself to make the jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm getting.
as we're speaking, I feel that there's an alignment taking place. So for anybody that's watching this, you will be receiving this because me and
Mm,
Tatiana obviously work on energetic levels, and we're entering this new golden age. And because of the work that we're doing, and the work that you're all doing on yourself is enabling us to access much higher dimensional energies of
exactly.
light that are coming in. So I feel that as we're speaking now, this light is coming in, and it's almost like I see everybody as though we're all. I always imagine, is it Jenga with the little
Yeah.
little
Where you
wooden layers,
with
and
yeah,
you
with the wooden
popping
sticks.
the bricks out of
Yeah.
popping them out so everything's out of alignment, and then now all of a sudden everything's coming like this. It's almost
Hmm.
like down your central column, the core of you is all just being aligned, and I see that being aligned with light. So if you've started watching this and you might have felt a bit sluggish, a bit low, you might start to feel this. This is what we talk about, this shift, this this energetic shift within you as you become more aligned within this light of God that is coming in, that we're connected to through our hearts. I call that energy God. You might have another name for that. It's a higher vibrational energy, obviously. It's
Hmm.
the creator of all things. So, don't be put off by the name that I give it, because that's just what works for me.
Hmm.
So we're just allowing now for that light to come in, and I feel like it's entering the solar plexus, and it's entering I feel
Road.
like it's even entering the ancestral lineage, because for me it's coming on the left side, and the left side is
Hmm.
always ancestral. The
Yeah.
left side, from the bust line down to the hip, is ancestral for me, and that's where that energy is coming in.
Yeah.
So in this space, this healing taking place for anybody listening. So if you felt drawn to listening to this, this is enabling you to release some of that dense energy that you've been carrying for whatever reason, and it will be replaced with light. So your energy vibration will be able to rise up that bit more than it could previously, which is all part. It's almost like what they're telling me is, as we cross the bridge, you're leaving baggage behind. As we get from the 3D onto the bridge, we can't take the crap. We can't take all the emotional upset. We can't take the traumas with us. We have to look at the trauma. We have to feel into it, and it's not nice, but we have to release it. Sometimes can be done very quickly. And to me, we need to go into the heart space. If people have severe trauma, obviously, you need to connect with someone that can help you with that. I understand that it's not like I can just click my fingers and clear that. Some people will
Hmm.
need help in moving that. But if you feel, some of it is like just a feeling of discomfort, and then it will be shifted. It's almost like all the gunk being left behind, so that when you move across the bridge, you're not carrying all this weight with you. But you can't even cross the bridge with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's why when you start working on yourself, you'll perhaps you kind of feel, oh, this is nice, I feel lighter. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you think, oh, I've got this awful feeling in my chest, or I've got this feeling of anxiety, or, oh, I just feel really up. What's the matter with me? It's because something's coming up that needs
Hmm.
looking at. And
Yeah.
then for me personally, I sit and meditate, or I might contact a healer friend such as Tatiana, or one of the many other beautiful friends that I've got that do healing, and book in for a session, and we'll look
Hmm.
into what can be done with that. That gets released. That's another bag. I see it like sacks of potatoes. That's another sack that's gone. So I'm going to feel lighter, aren't I, when I've got rid of all this weight. So that enables to be able to move up so to speak, because you're becoming lighter, your vibrations growing, and
Hmm.
the light's expanding, so you can move that bit further over. So that's really what we've been doing for these years of working on ourselves. For those people that are waking up, awakening now, so to speak, your journey perhaps will be, I don't know whether it'll be faster or it will be faster. That's what I'm getting told. It
Yeah.
will be faster. You will clear the energy quicker than what we could do because the energy within us and around us has changed because of the work
Hmm.
that many of us have done previously. We've created a shift that's taken place. Also, we've got incoming energy from the universe, from the central sun, from planets and star systems, and
Hmm.
higher beings of light to support us and to help us to create this shift.
Yeah.
So everything's happening at a much faster rate than it was when I first started this journey in
Hmm.
2008. So anybody awakening now, yes, I do. I am getting that it will be a much faster
Yeah.
shift for you. It's
Hmm.
so it'll be simpler. But yes,
Because you have to go onto the train because everyone else is already on it.
waiting for
We,
us.
there's always people who are late, which is fine. We're waiting a bit and then we go all together.
So we hope that explains, the moving from the 3D to the 5D.
Mm.
And I think within that, we've also touched on the signs.
Yes.
You know, I think most of you will know that there's a feeling of lightness. It's like, when you've cleared something and you think, oh, that feels much better. But it also then has an effect on how you react to scenarios because you've
Exactly.
healed wounding within yourself, a wound that
Yeah.
cause a reaction, an irritation to somebody will now be cleared. And
Hmm.
sometimes things will come up for you and you'll
Yeah.
think you're waiting for that reaction, you're waiting for that irritation, and you think, oh, I've not had that reaction. What's going on? You might even feel a bit empty. I've had that
Yeah.
experience where I feel a bit empty and I think, what is this about? I've not had a reaction. It's like I don't feel anything. But
Hmm.
that's because that wound's been healed. So you
Yeah.
no longer have a trigger to that irritation that once really set you
Hmm.
off, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel there's a lot of letting go needs to happen.
Mm.
A lot, a lot, a lot. And things will come up, people will come up, or they will ghost you, which everyone decides how they're going to leave your world, your reality. So don't overthink, because I think good people sometimes overthink and they go over like, why did it happen? Why? Of course, this question is always good to ask because you reflecting on what happened and what you could do better or what kind of frequency you would next time react if you're in this same situation. It's all a big learning, I feel, to go to the 5D and allowing yourself to be a beginner again and don't take life too seriously. Too serious. It's just not how life is. If we think about it, if God, the universe, really put us here, we people did made like the rules and the Bible and everything that man created. Um, that's not what how it was intended, I feel. So we're breaking out of this, and we need to relearn how to be humans again, how to take care of Mother Nature, how to be one with Mother Nature. I feel that if you have the urge to be more outside or don't take your phone with you or socials you're not into, I have the time right now where I'm not doing socials because I know it's draining me and I don't need the input from other people right in this moment. And maybe you're the same, maybe you need alone time more. Allow yourself to fully emerge into these kind of energies because that's your up leveling. Even when you feel, oh, it's a step back, it's never a step back because you're realigning, you're resting before the big leap.
Yeah, resting is key when you
Mm,
feel that your body is tired. Resting is key because the physical body has to catch up.
yeah,
And trust. But
exactly.
anytime you're feeling like overthinking and you're not sure and you think everything's too much, come back to the heart in whatever way that is, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through breath work, whether
Mhm.
it's through, like Tatiana says, going out in nature, sitting by
Mm.
a stream, putting your phone away, disconnecting from, Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
anything that you feel is right, but you need to come back to your space because that's where you will get your
exactly.
confirmation. That's where
Yeah,
you get your knowing. And the more you listen to that, the more you've always got it there. It's just we push it aside. But once you start really listening to it and acting on it, then the more that strength builds between your knowing and you.
yeah,
Start to know your own truth, which is
yeah,
very powerful.
yeah. And you will need less input if you got over the point where, for example, you go to one of our workshops. There's one coming on 11th of November, by the way, to help you with this process. Um, it's so important that you allow yourself, if you feel like you need support, go for it. If you feel like you need to retreat, go for it. Lisa, would you like to talk about the workshop
I would.
before we go?
So the beautiful workshop that we've got coming up is we were going to originally do that on the 10th of October, but
Mhm.
energetically, I was out of sorts, so I didn't want to run a workshop at that
Same
time.
here.
Tatiana was a bit the same. We knew we needed to rest. So we've moved it to the 11th of the 11th. So, of course, it's a portal day, the 11th of November, which is a Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Mhm.
And it is to do with clearing the old, outdated patterns that we've created through being told, through being shown. So it's to do with the brain. We're going into the mind now. It's like we've been healing the heart for such a long
Yeah.
time, connecting with the higher heart, which is brought through self-love, which links onto the throat, which allows us to speak up and start to speak our truth. But now we're going into the mind because the brain creates the neural pathways
Yeah.
of anything that we do, be it good or bad. But obviously, anything that's been created through the neural pathways, it's been physically created as the neurons. I'm not biologically, I don't know if that's the right word. Um, don't take every word to say, but this is what I feel. So it's like your neurons and the neural pathways connect up and make permanent
Hmm.
pathways in the brain. So I'll take the example of riding a bike. You learn to ride the bike. Once you've got the hang of, riding that bike and balance, you just get on that bike then. It's never a big thing to start
Hmm.
riding. It's easy. It's there because it's been created in the mind. And then each time you ride the bike, it's as though you strengthen the pathway. I use the example of walking through a field and you keep walking the same path and you tread down all the grass. Next person that comes sees that path. They don't go through the grass, which is quite easy to do. They walk along the pathway.
Hmm.
So the old patterns are there. They've been physically created in the mind, in the brain. So that's why it's so easy to jump, judging people for me has been a big thing. I will, put my hand up about that. And it's a pathway that I've found quite hard at times to break. So sometimes it's out of my mouth before I know it. And I think, oh my goodness, to judge somebody. I've been working on this for so
Hmm.
long. But if you think, in my 62 years, how often I have gone over that path, it's trying to heal it, stop
Yeah.
myself from going over the same pathway. So, in this workshop, we will be clearing some of those. I'm being told very ardent. Don't know whether that's as though the very solid kind of pathways that
Yeah.
are created that we're ready to let go of, that we
Hmm.
can let go of. So that will be taking place as a healing within the workshop. Tatiana will be bringing in the golden Christ energy, the golden energy of abundance.
Hmm.
There will be so much more, but the bottom line is
Yeah.
about renewing. It'll be breaking down the old pathways because they've got to go. And as I'm speaking now and actually saying those, it's as though what I'm often shown when I'm doing healing is things are calcified. So it's as though the pathways are calcified in the brain
Hmm.
and the calcification is the dense energy. So it's as though, as I'm speaking, I can see almost like they're telling me it'll become like powdered form within the
Yeah.
workshop. The
Hmm.
calcification of many of these pathways will be broken down, and access through the healing energy that's coming through. We've got Lord Melchizedek is overseeing. We've got Goddess Isis because she's in at the moment, connected with us through our membership group. So she's overseeing everything. And I'm also being told Sekhmet stepping forward. So she's like the Lyran lioness energy. But we've got Lord Melchizedek that's coming in, who is one of my guides, who is coming in to help bring in the energy and the healing that takes place to break this down. And as that breaks down, I'm being told there'll be like a crystal, like a crystal light energy. So I'm also being reminded, and it was Tatiana that picked this up when we put this workshop together, about you bringing crystals in. So
Yeah.
I've got a beautiful quartz crystal that I will be, well, it's been in the room now for some time with my healings, but we will be able to sort of power up these crystals to then absorb that energy so that you can sit with that crystal to allow you to continue to work with that, to
Hmm.
continue to help
Yeah.
to heal and shift some of those patterns as well, even after the workshops
Yeah.
happened, if that makes sense. So I'll let Tatiana talk about the pricing, etc., and
Yeah.
anything else that you want to add that we'd kind of put together.
Yeah, so we're doing this workshop because we want to help you to move into the 5D and to clear this gunk in your head away, clean it up. What we're going to do, because I love the music and music helps your brain to rewire, to let things go. That's where my part comes in. I'm going to record a meditation. Obviously, we're doing this together because it's recorded because it's just a better quality and I just can relax and receive the energies that I have channeled before. So the price is £25 for our collective members. It's £5. And we also, I'm coming up with this, but when you join the workshop, we give you a free month for the collective, which is the same price. So it's literally half price. Um, if you have any questions, if you want to join straight away, me, Lisa, we're here for you, or comment below. We're going to send you the link. Um, if you have questions, put them below as well. Let us also know where you are on your journey, if what we told you was helpful. And yeah, probably we're coming back very soon. As you know, a projector and manifestor energy. So we always flown with our energies. And that's also a 5D sign because we're creating our world and we need to demand what we want. That's what they keep telling me. Tell them you can create anything you want. You just need to go for it. And sometimes it's hard, but that's why we're here for. We're helping you energetically, and also as like it always feels like family when you come into the collective, not a toxic family. It's like a
No,
job. We're all family here. No, we are supporting each other, and yeah, we can't wait for next month and let's see what the energies will bring in. I'm super excited because obviously we're also divinely guided. And what they also tell me is that your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities will gain momentum because when you get rid of all the was what did you say the
calcification.
exactly that's what happens when you eat, when you brush your teeth with fluoride. We're going to break this off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we recharge this with the golden light and I can't wait. It's going to be so good. I can already feel the energy when I feel into it. It's like, oh my God, I'm so excited because it's going to be so good. Yeah, link is below. Let us know. And then I think that's it from us. And we see you very soon, guys.
Take care,
Take
everybody.
care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.